Boo. All right, we're going to be talking about combat and book of travels and how to do it. And first we're going to start by doing. So we found a warden, they're everywhere. These are the same people who, if you trade with them, will sell you your basic sword and proficiencies for armor and weapons. We're going to find them and we're going to duel them. Nearly all of them will duel you. You just need to go up near them, press battle stance, and the initiative bars will start filling up. Whoever hits first will go first, or get a boost in this little circle that you'll see. Sorry, I'll point with my mouse. That's slowly filling up to 100%. And that's how you attack. When it reaches 100%, you'll automatically attack. You can choose to press this button before that and attack sooner. It should be pretty obvious on the percentage bar that if you click now, for instance, it would be 60% chance you'll hit, etc. Your goal is to get their ward down to 0 and then hit them one more time. Like that. Okay, more detail. If we bring up the character panel, we're interested in these 4 numbers down here: force, attack, ward, defense, speed. Higher your speed, insofar as combat goes, the higher the speed means the quicker that the bar fills up. Burden will mean that the bar fills up more slowly. So pretty simple. However, last time that we fought this guy, there was more than just the button for attack. There were 2 more on the bar. One will always be there. It is flee, which you'll see at the end. Flee allows you to run away. It almost always works. And you will be hit with a debuff afterward that increases your burden, making you worse at combat, but also slower in general, but only for like 3 minutes. If you're being overwhelmed, click that. The other one here is a skill, which you can find many of these combat skills. They're actually not as hard. Okay, more on that. They're not that easy to find. One of them can be found in Bat Sahar from the Esoteric Merchant, but at the moment they're quite tricky to use. I don't know if this is always going to be the case, because if you get hit while using them, you generally tend to die immediately. So keep that in mind. For instance, I'm going to try and use this before he can hit me, and it should be a guaranteed hit of 3 damage. So at the moment, not really worth it, but keep it in mind for the future. Some things to keep in mind. Principally, you can only attack one person at a time, but you can be attacked by multiple people, which means that if you're being attacked by a group, you're more than likely going to die. Don't be scared or ashamed of running away. It costs you very little. Secondly, there are various ways to increase your force and ward, either attack and defense, and even speed, without buying new equipment. That's with skills, Ts, and buffs. Ts being the easiest to get hold of. So open skills, we'll go to the Ts, and these 2 here. Lilith Cinema Brew and Cobalt Brew. They're very easy to find. You can buy them from most tea vendors in the little tea pavilions in each settlement. They're quite cheap, and if you don't find them, then just come back later. They might turn up because the inventories rotate. These will increase your either force or ward by 3. Blend of Fervor is a little more difficult to find, but this increases your speed as well as your kind of actual movement for a lot longer. And these can be pretty good. You can also find, for instance, if we go over to the tea pavilion here, there should be some free teas around. Yeah. So you can get them for free without even buying them. See, this one is +3 ward. While I'm drinking that, keep in mind that the combat is very, very bugged. They've turned off permadeath for the moment, so don't be scared to engage in it just because sometimes it will just bug out. You're not going to be punished for it. However, there's some very few objects that are kind of locked behind combat at the moment. You don't have to do it. It's not something that is required to play this game. And in fact, even when it comes to like the kind of exploits and farming that people who play the game too much are doing, often the best ones don't involve combat. They just involve trading. So combat, it's simple. Don't be scared of it. At the moment, there's very little risk. And I now hope that you understand how it works. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Otherwise, if you want to see more of these, like and subscribe, and have a nice day.